Today, we talk about the bastard child of the Resident Evil series.
Resident Evil 0.
It's not a bad game at all, but there is some aspects of the title that just bug the shit out of me. One fatal flaw that brings my piss to a boil, and that thing is something I'll share in a little bit later. But first, let's go over some cool things about it. Resident Evil 0 was originally supposed to come out for the N64 back in the day. I remember being homeless, thinking, I gotta get an N64. I had responsible priorities back then, clearly. But later, Capcom was like, screw it, and decided to make it for the GameCube. Resident Evil 0 plays like the original. You have the corny dialogue.
And don't call me little girl.
Okay.
Puzzles that require you to fetch things to open other things to open other things to open other things. Look here, I love how you need a key to get into this room even though there's a giant whole window on the side that can fit a small adult like, oh, I don't know, Rebecca.
That's officer chambers to you.
Let's not forget zombies and monsters with a decent amount of boss fights. What's up with the bug theme in this game? Killer leeches, a giant scorpion, spiders, and a centipede? What's next? Butterflies and ladybugs? Say goodbye to the trunks in this game. Here you can drop items and pick them up later if you need to. This is the only game that features this. Why? It's so much better than having to dump things in the trunks or drop items that are never seen again. The one really cool thing about Resident Evil 0 that sticks out from the others is the co-op.
Let's go!
Sadly, the co-op isn't local play, only with an AI controlling the other character. Unless you count using the right thumbstick to control the other character as local co-op, and if so, good luck with that crap. The co-op helps with solving some puzzles. It works well, and I wish it was used more in the series. You can switch between Rebecca or Billy, not only to solve puzzles, but to swap inventory as well, which doubles what you can carry. Hooray! This concept was innovative for its time and why I think Resident Evil 0 is a pretty good game. But now, we talk about its major flaw. The one thing that has bothered every hardcore Resident Evil fan out there, and that is the fucking timeline. They butchered the damn timeline in Resident Evil 0, which contradicts the first game's timeline. Okay, let's dissect this bitch. Originally, in the first game and the remake, it is known that the Bravo team is sent out to the Arklay Mountains to investigate the murders. Their helicopter goes down, and then immediately the STARS Alpha team goes out to save the Bravo team. It is explained in the first game and is explained in greater detail in the novel. But in 0, they make it seem like the Alpha team waited a whole 24 hours before going to the estate. Stay with me here, okay? So the train incident started on July 23rd, 1998, around 2017 military time. That's 8:17 p.m., okay? 2 hours later, Bravo went on their mission a little after 10 p.m. The whole ordeal took all night into the morning because at the end of Resident Evil 0, Rebecca runs into the Spencer mansion in the morning. This is where the first game takes place. So let me get this straight. That means in Resident Evil 0's timeline, the Bravo team went in at night, went through that whole nightmare, made it to the mansion in the morning time, stood there all day, and then at nighttime, Alpha team went to the mansion. So that means the Alpha team was just like, oh, Bravo team's helicopter went down? Yeah, we'll help them tomorrow night. Just, I had it, all it had to have done for the ending of Resident Evil 0 was not make it daytime. If they would have made it nighttime, everything would have been fine. Let's not forget, Rebecca mentions nothing about her experience when you meet her in the first game. She tells you they crashed and escaped to the mansion for safety. They fucked up the timeline. How did this happen? If this was a standalone game, I wouldn't complain, but no, they had to be all cute and try to pull a George Lucas by making a prequel to a classic. Which is why, as far as timeline goes, I don't count Resident Evil 0. I wish the story involved the Bravo team. You see them in the intro once and Enrico towards the end, and that's it. I'm not counting Edward's interaction because he was there for like 15 seconds. Also, Rebecca did diddly dick to help him. Some medic. I wanted to see more of the Bravo team, damn it! What a freaking tease! You know what would have been a better story for Resident Evil 0? Take out the train bullshit and have you play as a different Bravo team member for each chapter. Imagine controlling Forrest as you run through the forest avoiding zombie dogs, or playing as Richard as he eventually meets his fate with the giant snake Yawn. Showing what happened to Bravo team would have been a better game in my opinion. And that's my 2 cents.